Good evening everyone. My name is Sandeep. My project title is Automatic Lake Cleaning and Surveillance Bot. It presented by the Akash, Chandrasekhar, Bharat and Sandeep. This project is selected for the Avishkar project exhibition for the competition, and my project ID is Project EAP 7. Abstract of this project is current situation in national lakes are loaded with pollutants, toxic materials, debris, etc. This we used to design a automatic machine to clean the lake. The bot information is sent to the user using IoT like temperature, humidity level, pH of lake water. Bot checks the presence of aquatic animals in front of the conveyor using image processing and changes its direction of aquatic animals presence is confirmed. Objectives of this project is to develop an automatic lake cleaning machine and surveillance. Surveillance nothing but surveillance is capturing the images through the boat, surroundings of the boat using digital image processing. Automatically control the bird behavior using various types of sensors. And the boat information is sent to the base station by the user. pH of the lake water is monitoring continuously. Further, my friend Akash will explain the further topics.
Hello everyone, I am Akash. Now I will explain the further topic, that is block diagram. This is block diagram of our project. The block diagram consisting of Raspberry Pi, ESP and power supply units and pH sensor and algicides and controlling unit. So firstly we will go with the Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi and Pi camera is for digital image processing and IP camera is for surveillance purpose, and LCD is display purpose, and also we have interfaced another one, that is I2C. I2C bus is interfaced for this LCD to display the to multifunctioning the these pH value and temperature and humidity. These values need to be displayed. That's why we have interfaced I2C bus, and ESP32 is a part of this project, and this is used for the controlling purpose. That's why ESP is named as a controlling unit, and we have used a few sensors, that is pH sensor, ultrasonic sensor, DHT11 sensor. These sensors, using these sensors, we are monitoring the lake and pH sensor. pH sensor is used to monitor the pH value of the lake. Suppose the pH value of the lake is acidic. Assume the lake water is acidic. In that situation, we have to dump the algicides. So that's why when the pH value of the water is acidic, we will dump the algicides to the lake. And motor drivers. These motor drivers are relays. And the DC motor is to used for the conveyor to rotate, and it will collect the wastage, floating garbage, that is floating garbage into the bin. And this is base station. We can monitor, we can see what is happening in the lake using Wi-Fi. That is ThinkSpeak IoT platform we have used for this. And coming to the methodology. First step is we need to collect the floating garbage. How? The DC motors will continuously rotating, and the conveyor belt is linked to the DC motor. It will rotating in such a way that in front of the wastage, that is in front of the boat will, that is waste present in front of the boat will collects into the collector, and direction control is achieved by using ultrasonic sensor. We have this ultrasonic sensor is ranging from 3 meters, ranging to 3 meters. We have programmed in such a way that if any obstacle is present in front of the boat, it will take right direction. First initially it will take right direction, and if any other obstacle is present in front of the boat, it will take left direction. We achieved that. We are using this ultrasonic sensor. The automatic direction control is accomplished, and microcontroller is directly connected to the relays. These relays are used as a switching purpose. Okay. And pH monitoring is achieved by pH sensor. If the pH value is below 7, then it will be acidic, so we need to make it base. So that's why we are applying algae acids to the lake. Suppose if eutrophication occurs, eutrophication in the sense if farmers are applying pesticides to the gardens. When the rainfall occurs, that pesticides are flows to the lake. At that time it will become, the algae is formed in the lake. At that situation, that there will be a lack of oxygen. At that time, the aquatic animals may lead to death. That's why, to overcome this situation, we are monitoring this pH. Okay. Next, hardware and software requirements of our project. This is hardware we have used. We have used ESP32 for controlling purpose, and Raspberry Pi, that is BCM2837, and Pi camera is for this. Raspberry Pi and Pi camera is both for image processing, and IP camera is for surveillance purpose, and pH sensor, that is analog pH sensor, that is used for the monitoring of the pH, and ultrasonic is for automatic direction control of the boat, and ULN2803 is the driver circuit. In the ESP32, we can't able to drive the relays and all. That's why because the output voltage of this ESP32 is 20 millivolts. This voltage is not sufficient for drive the relays. So that's why we have chosen this ULN driver circuit. It provides sufficient power supply to this relays and drive the system. And temperature humidity sensor DH table. This using this sensor, we will monitor we can see what is the temperature and humidity of the lake. We can see this in our base station using this IoT. And conveyor and bin, these two is the collecting system, wastage collecting system. LCD display is, we have used 16 cross 2 LCD display we have used, and power supply. Coming to this power supply, we have used one rectifier and 1000 microfarad capacitor and two regulators, that is 7805 and 7809. In the 1000 microfarad capacitor is used to filter out the noise, and 7805 regulator is for the LCD and ESP32. These devices consumes 5 volt supply, so that's why from this regulator we can take 5 volt supply. And 7809 is to pH sensor. It gives constant 9 volts of supply. And relay we have used, that is 4 channel relay we are used in this model. And coming to the software to the Arduino IDE and embedded C is to use it for the coding. That is, Arduino is a open license software, and we are coded in the embedded C language. And ThinkSpeak. Coming to this ThinkSpeak, this is a open source IoT platform. In this ThinkSpeak, we can ThinkSpeak. It collects the data and sends that sensor data privately to the cloud. And second one is analyze. It analyzes the data and visualize the data with MATLAB and act. It trigger the reaction. That's why the ThinkSpeak we have chosen here. It performs the operations. That is, it collects the data and analyze the data and act for the data. And Python. The fourth one is Python. We are software used here to the digital image processing. We have coded in Python. We have taken one example for that golden fish. We have taken that example. We have coded for that golden fish. We have shown in the practical. If next result and discussion. This is here we can see initial setup of our system. When we start up the system, we can see in the display, that is LCD display, we can see temperature and humidity and pH value and the distance measured by the ultrasonic sensor. We can see here. We can see here. Okay. And second is garbage collection. Automatic garbage collection is done. In this section, the floating garbage in the lake is collected by the conveyor belt and motors we have used. The DC motors is continuously rotating. That will make to rotate the conveyor. We have made in such a way that any plastic garbage in front of the boat will collect to this bin. This is collector and this is conveyor belt. Okay. Garbage like plastic covers, whatever it may be, it will collects into the bin. And next, automatic direction control. See, these two relays are programmed for direction. This is for right and this is for left direction. When both these relays are switched on, the boat will move to the forward direction. If this relay is switched off, the boat will move to the right direction. If this relay is switched off, the boat will move to the left direction. This direction control is done by ultrasonic sensor. It will detect the obstacle. It will detect for the obstacle. If any obstacle presence is confirmed, we are programmed in such a way that if lake borders are present, first it will take right direction, then it will take left direction in such a way that it covers all the lake parts. Likewise, if the motion of the boat is controlled, if any obstacle presence is confirmed, and if the lake edges are found, by ultrasonic sensor, it will take the direction. It will take its diversion to another direction. And fourth one is pH monitoring. We are seeing here, this is the acidic solution we have taken for this demo purpose. See, this is acidic solution. We kept the pH sensor into this acidic solution. In that situation, see, we can see here the algae sites, that is baking soda is dumping into the dumping. In same manner in the boat also, in the lake also, if the lake water is acidic, we are dumping the algae sites automatically to the lake. When in second picture we can see this baking soda is dumped, is stopped. Why? Because this is water. This pH value is 7. This pH value is below 7. That's why baking soda is dumping. We have taken baking soda for the example purpose. That is also one algaecide. That's why when the water is pure, water level is 7. At that time, the baking soda dumping is stopped. We can see here. Okay, like that way we can save the aquatic animals. If the water is acidic, it may leads to death of the aquatic animals. That's why to save the aquatic animals, we gone through this method of monitoring. Okay, next. Okay, this is a very important thing. Aquatic animals detection using digital processing. How? Why this required? While collecting the garbage, if any aquatic animal come in front of the conveyor, using conveyor, the aquatic animals as well collects into the bin. So there may be death of aquatic animals. So to overcome this situation, we have gone through this digital image processing. What it does, it will check for the aquatic animals presence. If any aquatic animal presence is confirmed, the conveyor section, that collection section, is idle for a while. Then it will monitoring, it will continuously scanning for the aquatic animals. See, we can see here we have programmed for on golden fish. Here we can see the message fish detected. This is OpenCV tool. This is programmed in Python language. See, if any aquatic animal is presence is confirmed, it will show fish detected, and it will intimate to the microcontroller to stop the collecting the garbage. And coming to surveillance. Okay, using IP camera we are doing surveillance. Why we require this surveillance? If anyone dumping the wastage into the lake, at that time we cannot able to guard. Human cannot able to guard every time. So our machine will guard over there. Like it will show what is happening over there. Using IP camera, we have live demonstration over there. We can see what is happening over there in the base station itself. Okay, and using Wi-Fi, we are doing this surveillance. IP camera is used for this purpose. And ThinkSpeak, as I said before, ThinkSpeak, it collects the data and it analyzes and it acts for the and it trigger the reaction. Okay, we'll move on to the next. These are the societal relevance by our model. It reduces the waterborne diseases. In the plastic, due to the plastic, so many aquatic animals are dying, and human also affected by this plastic. So that's why if you remove the plastic and we will reduce the waterborne diseases. I can reduce the waterborne diseases, and it increase the groundwater penetration. And as I said before, it saves the aquatic animals. Okay, it reduces the temperature, it regulates the temperature in that area. And conclusion, for that our model, the problem of waterlogging, that plastic, papers and metal to pest growth, it favor diseases, it may leads diseases like malaria or typhoid. This is unsafe for human life. Okay, this proposed system cleans the garbage present in the lake and minimize the fuel operated garbage system, and it saves the aquatic animals and reduce the human efforts required to clean the lake, and the labor is also less. The labor is also less to clean the lake. Manually we cannot able to clean the lake, so that's why. And in this feature, next it is future scope. This can be improved to sort many category of waste. In this system we can use advanced conveyors and advanced materials to increase the efficiency of the collection of the garbage. We can use solar fan for providing the power supply instead of the battery operation. We have modified the size of the boat is according to the waste collecting capacity is increased. This project makes only for the small lake. By doing this modification, its capacity also increases. And these are the future scope. And next, commercialization and targeted users. So this our project is targeted that many government and non-government organizations came forward to clean the lakes. In our government of Karnataka, that is Karnataka Lakes Conservation and Development Authority, is taken in action to clean the lakes. In Central Lake Development Authority, Government of India, is taken in action to clean the lakes. And finally, this is the presentation regarding of. Very good evening. My name is Akash. I am from HJCIT. Our project is Automatic Lake Cleaning and Surveillance Board. Our project was selected for final round of PTO Avishkar from TechUpsell. Here is the model of our project. Our model is consisting of conveyor, which is used to collect the waste, and Raspberry Pi for digital image processing, and ultrasonic sensor for direction control, automatic direction control, and we have used pH sensor to monitor the pH value of the lake, and LCD display, and we have chosen ESP32 for the controller, and we have used a DHT11 sensor, and we are using 4-channel relay, and here we are used two regulators, 7805 and 7809 to regulate the power supply. Okay, now I am going to explain our project in parts. So why? Because our project is consisting of different three parts. One is pH sensor and automatic direction control and digital image processing. That's why I will go with pH sensor first. Okay, now we can see that pH value is 5, so it is acidic, so we need to make that base. So that's why we are dumping to the lake. See, now it is dumping to the lake. Assume that is dumping to the lake. We can see that this is a sample pH solution, pH acidic. This solution contains acidic. That's why the water is dumping, the baking soda, that is algae acids, is dumping into the lake. Now it is pure water. Now we can see that pH value, water is acidic, it will dump the algae acids, that is copper sulfate. Otherwise it is not, it is switched off. We can see that pH value is now 10. It is so it is alkaline now. So now we can see that pH level is 5. Again it is dumping, the algae acids are dumping. When the water is acidic, the algae acids is dumping into the lake. Otherwise it is switched off. Again, next we are going with the DHT11 sensor. This sensor is used to measure the temperature and humidity of the environment. Like we can see that the temperature is 30 degree and the humidity is 56. We can see here. These parameters are updated to the cloud. We can see in the base station. We can monitor all these things using that we can IoT platform, that is ThingSpeak. Using that we can monitor all this. That is uploaded to the cloud and we can see in the base station. Now we can move to the next parameter, that is automatic direction control using ultrasonic sensor. Okay. Now when these two relays are programmed to the direction control, this is for left and this is for right. When this is relay is off, the boat moves to the right side, and when this is off, the boat moves to the left side. Okay. Now if any obstacle is present, like see, now we can see that the boat is rotating to the right side. It takes 15 seconds to take its turn. That's why it has switched off. Again it will on for a while, because it takes 15 seconds to turn its direction. Again, now any obstacle is present, it's moving in the forward direction. When two relays are switched on, it is moving in the forward direction, it moves straight. Whenever the obstacle present, like see, now the boat is moving towards left side. It changes its diversion to the left side. That's why this relay has switched off. Are present. It will take right direction, as I said before, and it will move straight. Again it detects some obstacle, so then it's take left direction. So the boat does not damage at any way. We will clean the lake using ultrasonic sensor. It will take first it move like this. It sense if any obstacle present, it will take right direction and it will come. It will take 15 seconds to turn, and it will move forward direction, and again it will sense. It will take left direction and it will take 15 seconds here to take its turn. Here we can see that two relays are on in such that is, if the boat is moving in forward direction, if this relay is switched off, it will take right direction. When this relay is switched off, it will take left direction. Otherwise it will move forward direction. Here we can see another relay. This is for valve. When the pH is varied, suppose assume that if the lake water is acidic, then we have to dump the algae acids to the lake. At that time, this relay is used to switch on and off, and this pump, this relay is used for and this relay is used for conveyor belt, to start and stop of the conveyor belt. These LEDs are placed here to indication purpose, to on and off the system, and this is driver unit. And we are going next this is supply unit, power supply unit. Here we are using one rectifier, and this is 1000 microfarad capacitor to remove the noise. And we can see here regulators. We are using two regulators. One is 7805 and 7809. 780 is for this 7805 regulator is used to LCD and ultrasonic sensor and ESP32 and DHT11. Why? Because these components are used. These components are consumed 5 volt supply. That's why using this regulator. And next is 7809. This regulator is used for pH sensor. It gives 9 volts constant output voltage. That's why we have chosen these two regulators. Again, we are coming to the driver circuit. Here we are using ULN2803 driver circuit. Why we are using this driver circuit? Because the output from the ESP32 is 20 milliamps. This supply is not sufficient to drive the system. That's why we have chosen this ULN2803 driver circuit to give the enough supply to drive this whole system. That's why we have chosen this 2803 ULN circuit. Again, we are coming to the controlling system, that is ESP32. We are chosen here ESP32 for the controlling purpose, the whole driving the system using this ESP32. This ESP32 is used as a controller, and this ESP32 is a heart of the system, and we are using this as a we are dump the program into this ESP32, and we are updating the parameters, that is temperature, humidity, and pH value. All these parameters are updated to the cloud using this ESP32. That's why we have chosen this ESP32 microcontroller. And this is DHT11 sensor. This sensor is used to shows that temperature and humidity of the environment. And coming to this display unit, this is LCD display, and we have interfaced one device that is called I2C board. We can see that. Wait, I will show. Okay, this is I2C. This I2C board is used for the purpose of serial communication. In the LCD and all, we can only see that parallel communication. To connect, to interface more than one or two devices, we have chosen this I2C bus. It is used as a serial communication purpose. To multifunctioning the system, we have used this I2C device. This is I2C bus. This LCD is 16x2 display. In normally LCD is used as a parallel communication. That is parallel communication. We cannot able to do all the parameters. We cannot able to display all the parameters, and we cannot able to connect all the parameters only for this purpose. That's why we have chosen I2C bus. In this I2C, the all parameters can be displayed within two pins. We can connect more pins here. That's why we have chosen I2C. Now coming to the waste collecting part. This is waste collecting part. We are using two DC motors, which is a 12 volt supply, and this is conveyor belt, We have this waste collector is used to collect the floating garbage into this collector. So when we turn on the system, this system will rotate, this DC motors will rotate in such a way that the waste in front of the lake, in front of the boat will come and fall into this collector. So take automatically. Now see the way to collecting into the bin. Due to some reason it cannot do practically, that's why we are doing in this way. See, now the DC motors are rotating, our conveyor belt is also rotating, the waste in front of the bed is falling to the collector. So we can move on to the next part, that is our main uniqueness of our project. You may arise one question, you could have asked one question, while collecting the dust, if any aquatic animals come in front of the conveyor, at time what is that? If the aquatic animals too is to collect into the bin, to overcome that situation, we are using digital image processing concept. How? Suppose if any aquatic animal comes in front of the conveyor belt, at that time it will collect that aquatic animals as well. So to overcome that condition, we have gone through this digital image processing. This is our main uniqueness of our project. Now this is Raspberry Pi and this is Pi camera. We are using here. So what it does, it will detect the aquatic animals. If any aquatic animals present in the lake, in the sense in front of the boat, at that time what it does, it will using digital image processing, the boat will idle for while. That's why we have programmed in such a way that if any aquatic animal present in front of the boat, in front of the conveyor, it will stop collecting. How? I will show now. Here, the fish is detected for that. Golden fish. That's why we are showing the golden fish over here. ಬರ್ತಿದೆಲ್ಲ ಫಿಶ್ ಡೇಟೆಡ್ ಅಂತ. ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. See, our fish is detected. Now the fish is detected, the conveyor belt is switched off. So like that, if any aquatic animal present is confirmed, it will we will move on to the another part, very important, that is surveillance. Our project itself, it says that automatic lake cleaning and surveillance board. We are here to surveillance the lake. Why surveillance is required, you may ask. Why? Because if someone dumping the wastage into the lake, we have to surveillance there. We cannot able to see, we cannot able to guard over there. That's why our project is used as a robot over there. It's surveillance there. It will take the live video, and in the base station we can see what is happening over there. Okay, using IP camera, this surveillance is done. Okay, in IP camera, how we can do, the IP address of the camera. IP address of the camera and IP address of our base station is interfaced, is linked. We can see what happening in the lake. We can see now we can what is happening over there. See, our model is looking in like this way. So this is actually what surveillance. So our model, this model works as a robot. This model is used as a safety purpose also. This model is worked as a robot, so we can easily surveillance and we can see what is happening in the surroundings of the lake. So and our project is comprising of many aspects, many parts. That is image processing, pH monitoring, and surveillance, and automatical direction control, and everything we have integrated in this model. Okay. ಮತ್ತೆ conclude ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. This is what actually our project is, and finally I would like to conclude that I am very thankful for VTU Avishkar Equipsal for giving this greatest opportunity for us, and it is very honor to us, and it is very precious opportunity you have given to our, and I am very thankful for our principal and our guide. I am very thankful for my guide to guide me and my teammates as well. But I am very thankful for my guide as well. And due to sit down of this condition, due to this pandemic condition, we cannot able to demonstrate in this model practically. That's why we are doing here. I'm very sorry for this. I'm apologizing for this. Why? Because here my area is totally sealed down. We cannot able to go there and take this demonstration, and that's why I'm doing like this. I would like to conclude that I'm very thankful for VTU Avishkar, and as well I would like to thank my principal, and I'm very thankful for my project guide to make this proper.